what we're working on.
Good evening. How is everyone?
Oh, good. I'm laying bed in Hobart.
Yeah?
So I'm doing the OnlyFans version of the Mancunian way.
You didn't hear what Governor said. I think he mouthed "sexy beast," but I can't quite tell.
Sexy, I'm fucking sexy, mate. Laying bed. If any girls are wanted to pop round, they're very welcome.
You're in Tasmania. Be careful. Macca, how are you?
Can't hear you.
He's on mute too.
He's on mute.
Marcel Macca.
Keeping quiet. That's what I'm doing tonight. Looking forward to the morning. Hopefully we can get a win at Fulham.
Fucking lots to sort out, definitely.
Yeah.
And Governor, you good? Everything. I hope it's not too hot up there in Queensland. You know, I don't want to be
it's roasting
too much.
It's not so much like the humidity does you in, but the heat has been so intense. Not so much the humidity. Been shocking because I do maintain gardens and shit like that, so it's been shocking. Looking after the pool, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a hard life.
Hard life.
But no, I'll be up there for the cricket in a couple of days, so hopefully it's
not going now.
Did you say for a couple of days?
Well, I'm going day 2. It might be over before I get there. So I mean, we haven't had a Mancunian way since, or at least Blues Down Under since.
What's to catch up on?
So you know, I think we've had our say about Pep's team the other week and what he did versus Bayer Leverkusen. He got us back to normal. It was pretty much the team most of us expected. And then we got, I think, what can best be called a game of two halves. You know, I think an interesting game. So, I mean, we'll start off. We got Fulham tomorrow. How are you feeling for Fulham after the Leeds game at the weekend? Are you in the camp of three good points? Game 2 on Arsenal. It was a great weekend, or are you meltdown central when it comes to City Leeds?
Well, I think we got away with one, didn't we? You know, that second half was so ordinary; it was untrue. And up stepped the man of the moment, Phil, with a fantastic finish, which we know he's capable of. But gee whiz, we weren't competing. We weren't competing at all in that second half. And if we do the same against Fulham, they'll run us because they're a fit team. They're a fast team. As always, teams will look to take us on the break. And we need to defend better, but we need a bit more mongrel in that midfield to take hold of it. Just take the game by the scruff of the neck, because that was really ordinary, that second half showing.
Yeah. Did you think Nico G looked a bit tired? Like he's the one player who's been
massively tired,
totally relied on, and sounds like Rodri's out for at least Fulham and Sunderland by the sounds of it. So, you know, there's a few more games for Nico G to come yet.
Well, this is the scary thing, isn't it? Nico G is playing well of what he's doing, but I think he played 90 minutes the last 7 games. I mean, I know Rodri's still injured, but we've got to watch him. There's no one else who else can go in there. We've got to watch it. Otherwise, we're in that game. If he gets injured,
you would have had
obviously Pep doesn't trust anyone else. That's the thing, I think.
We could have. I mean, that game against Leeds, 2-0 cruising. Yeah. And you looked like it and you thought, we're going to batter these. We're going to go for the kill. Don't know what was said at half time, and I think Bernardo should have come off at half time for Turkey. At half time, get this game done and dusted, and it never happened. Guardiola, I think he needs a game, a rest, like tonight or tomorrow morning. I think Stone should go in there, give Guardiola a rest.
Yeah,
I think so.
Should play every game, so he can't.
Yeah.
But
even the penalty, I'd have a go at the Don in net, because the penalty save, he pushed it back in instead of pushing it away. If you watch that penalty, he saved it and pushed it back into the middle and not pushing it away.
Yeah, it's
don't get Alan started. I mean, he's a penalty specialist. He's a penalty specialist.
I know it's hard. He's taking a penalty, but he did push it back. If you watch it a few times, he did push it back inside. And I thought, it's easy for me to say, but
you know what, my mate, he shouldn't have been in that position, should he? That to give away a penalty in that manner.
No, it was a Bodo moment for Guardiola.
Really ordinary, and the other mistake at fullback as well. I've been saying him all season. We still haven't got the fullbacks in position that play fullbacks. Great attackers, not defending well. Yeah.
But I think that Bodo moment by Guardiola is why we're saying he needs a rest, because it's a couple of things. He's got
tendinitis, hasn't he? He's got tendinitis in his knees, so he's probably carrying a bit of a knock. I mean, to me,
Stones harm him to go on the bench.
Stones and Diaz together. I know that Stones is, he's had his injuries, but that's probably the best defensive pair we've had over the Guardiola era. Was Stones and Diaz at their best. So those two know each other better than any other combination of centre backs we have. And Stones has played well this season when he's played. He's I thought he was probably our best player against Leverkusen in what was a terribly set up team. I thought he was, he's been great in a couple of European games like Villarreal, I think it was. He looked back, his imperious best. So to me, that's quite an easy decision to make. Swapping Stones for Guardiola for a game. It's not very risky.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But the question is, what other tweaks do we need to make? And was it the leadership we lacked on the pitch? Because I felt twice this season, Brighton and this game against Leeds, teams made changes against us, and in the past, teams changed against us all the time. And whether it's having De Bruyne and Gundogan and Rodri, etc., on the pitch, we seem to be able to adapt in game to whatever people did to us. And Brighton did it, 4 subs, and we were dominating that game. We were going to win, and we fell apart. Leeds didn't make changes as dramatic as Brighton. They brought on a big striker. They went 3-5-2. They attacked a bit more, and we just didn't adapt. And this is Daniel Farke, who's been criticised all season for not making changes and not being tactically astute. And he made a change which wasn't that massive, and City's players, and that can't be blamed on Pep, really. That's the players not on the pitch recalibrating what they've done.
I was watching the chat when Calvert-Lewin came on, and everyone's chat was saying, "Here we go, Calvert-Lewin, he's going to score." Like, and what happened? Do you know what I mean? It was just one of them things. But at the end, I noticed another game from Haaland where nothing happened. And at the end, if you looked, Pep was talking to Haaland, and Haaland was like, you could see him sort of saying, "I'm getting no service again." He had his hand, "I'm getting no service again." And that's what it seemed to me when he had that conversation. He was frustrated again.
I'll be honest with you. I watched the game. I'm following on from the week before, the Tuesday. You just don't know what you're going to get from Man City at the moment. They're like a Jekyll and Hyde type.
True.
Right? Totally inconsistent throughout the season. They've been good 1 minute, shit the next.
Although before the international break, we were getting fairly consistent. 6 or 7 games.
I think that we're generally soft in the middle of the park, and I really do mean soft. When a team put us, when he went 2 up front and put it on us, we are brittle. We are very brittle. We haven't got a midfield that dominates games at the moment.
I'm going to get to that.
It worries me when we play away from home. We're not as solid as we would like. Squad depth is not all there at the moment. Confidence with the bench. Some of the players on the bench are not confident at the moment. And we've got to try, as Martin said in thing with Daps the other day, we've got to sort it out. Our away form is very patchy, and we've got to sort it out. If we're going to compete at the top of the table, we've got to sort that out and sort it out now. I will say one thing. Every one of the players we've got, every single one can improve in different areas of the game. I'll give an example. Haaland has got to stop moaning and throwing his arms up in the air, and his body language was horrendous last week against Leeds. And that body language and moaning and groaning and throwing his arms in the air does no one any good. It affects other players around him.
Yeah, but it comes to a point, Alan. It comes to a point, Alan. You know, you make your runs.
Yeah, but the end of the day, mate, it's like someone at work just moaning and groaning. It pisses people off, and it puts everyone on a downer. But
as soon as Cherky comes on, all he wants to do is go forward and beat him.
Yeah, and he's got to be more positive. Because when he just starts doing that, we don't play well.
It's interesting because he's been happy, till after this international break. He was between even the start of the season to the last international break. Haaland was playing the happiest I've seen him.
Yeah, back to himself.
Anywhere, he was absolutely bouncing. You could see it before the game, and with that, but he was making better runs and he was fighting for the ball better and he was doing things. The last couple of games,
Brendan's comment here is spot on. Haaland needs to be setting an example, and at times, not all the time, but at times, he doesn't help himself. He really doesn't.
It's hard to find a great Watergate that kid.
Yeah, I just personally think that every single player can improve. You go through the team. Donnarumma could do better on crosses. I couldn't improve in that his game, right? And I'm not going to have a good because he's been brilliant for us when as soon as he's come in. But there's every player. Nunes can improve his defending and his bozo moments. That was ridiculous against Leeds.
2 assists in 1 goal.
Yeah, exactly. You go. Diaz can improve. So he's got to take over the leadership role, in my opinion. Guardiola is not playing well. He just isn't. I'd have John Stones in there all day long. Nick O'Reilly's very good. He's playing well, and I just think he's a talented lad. Foden's back to his old self, thank God. Yeah. Bernardo is reliable. He works his socks off, which he does. Cherky, he's only just started playing 90 minutes. And he's not fully there, in my opinion.
He's shown immense potential, but
class, though, isn't he?
Hang on, Rich. Let him go. Rich, let him go. He's on his moaning bit. Let him go.
Go on, carry on.
Yeah. I think that the Giants showed promise at the start of the season, and he's just fallen off the cliff. And he's better than that. Can you put your crisps away, mate? And then
mince pie.
Oh, have you?
Merry Christmas.
If you're gonna do a long talk, I thought I might have a mince pie.
I forgot about my mince pies.
Cherky, I'm hoping we just got to start dominating off the ball and dominating when in midfield to dominate games. Haaland, he can improve his body language. We know he's talented, right? But he can't be throwing his Doku. He's had his 3 games now. He's back to normal again, which is headless chicken and running into people.
There we go.
Only because you put him wide.
Yeah, I know. But like Rick said, as soon as they change the system, we're clueless. We are clueless. And we've got to we're playing Fulham. We're a decent outfit, right?
Yeah.
And if we start pissing around and they, they're capable of beating us. They are.
I mean, they've won. I think they've won 4 of the last 5 Premier League games at home. I think they lost to Arsenal.
Can I ask you? If we're playing Fulham,
Martin's going to the match, so that means we're going to lose.
Right. If we're going to play,
really doesn't.
If we give Guardiola rest, do you think Diaz and Stones are going to be too slow? Because their wingers are pretty quick. If you get Traore on there, would you rather have Nunes or would you rather have Cuz facing him?
Well, he's got to play. He's got to play another centre half, hasn't he?
Do you know what, Governor? I'd have you marking Traore. Like, he may get past you, but he's only going to boot it off the side of the pitch.
I just hope we don't.
He had one brilliant game against us.
I just hope we don't bring.
And that was about 8 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm saying that. I know about his cross. It's crap, but I mean his pace. If you get past, and he's got more time. I'm just thinking Nunes has got pace as well, or Cuz. It's just one of them, just to jockey him. Do you know what I mean? Which one is it?
Governor, all I don't want is Nicholas Otamendi to come back and play against Traore because he got fucking skinned against Wolves when he played for Wolves. You remember that?
That was one game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about. That's what I'm saying about. If you rest Guardiola, you're going to have Diaz and Stones there. Now, who have they got up front? We've got that Raul. He's not quick. Raul's not quick.
He's not quick at all. Stones will have him in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, City have got PTSD about. Sorry,
you're on mute.
PTSD about it. Yeah, we got PTSD because he had one good game, and I reckon it was probably seven years ago or something. We've played them against him a number of times since, and he's done absolutely jack. You know, he's
Is this-
probably
what-
had a couple of
what-
easy sitters missed. But
What
so I'm
do
not.
you think? Do you think our squad depth is weak?
No.
Yes.
Why
I
would
do.
it be weak?
Why I'm saying that
Weak
is
in what?
I don't mean weak. I think we're lightweight, and I was going to get to this point about being lightweight because we're getting bullied too much in midfield. Nico G can't do it all on his own. That's why we're all looking at Anderson at the moment. He's more physical than Wharton, a stronger player. Semenyo's a stronger player. I know he's flavour of the month, but they're stronger and fitter players. Physical.
Wharton's 10 times the player. That honestly, I don't think Anderson's in Wharton's class.
But we're getting bullied in midfield. He's a bigger build. He's a stronger player.
He is, but I think you've got to be a certain level of quality, and I actually think
Martin,
we're going to get Rodri back before too long. You know,
I know we're saying all this, right? I know we're saying all this, but Martin always drums this into people. We've got to get rid of people before we even look at people. And that's our trouble. We've got to get rid of people.
Martin, do you think we get bullied in midfield, mate?
The last couple of games, yeah. But the one thing I will say,
Newcastle.
But everyone gets bullied against Newcastle in midfield.
Yeah,
Newcastle.
The one thing I will say is, I think. Listen, I think people are doing what they always do. I think they look at the last couple of performances, and that becomes the whole season as a whole.
No, I wouldn't say. I think we have been inconsistent for a while.
No, we haven't, Alan. Because to be honest, before the international break, we were the
before the international break.
We were
looking great,
and we were flying. We weren't conceding.
we were looking
scoring
so good.
goals.
It was the worst thing that happened towards that break.
So this is what I mean by the reactionary part. Yes, Leverkusen was bad, but we all know why that happened.
Yeah.
Shocking.
That was just because Pep decided to do what he did. You have, right, the Leeds game, yes, I understand, wasn't great in one half, but there's a thing of sometimes I understand people want to win 5-0 every single week and it's great and it's exciting, but there are teams where sometimes you don't always have to play great. Sometimes you just have to get the result and get over the line. Yes, I think we know there are weaknesses in our team, and I think this has been majorly forgotten, and I know, but we are still second here. We closed the gap at Arsenal. Could you imagine when we get going then?
Yeah,
that's the key, mate, isn't it? All I'm asking for is improvement, mate. Our away form is
no, I agree, but to me, and maybe this is where I'm being a bit happy clapper, disingenuous, don't know what people want to call it. I always look at our season began after Brighton, because I don't think the transfer window helped us. I think we made many changes after Brighton. Again, there'll be changes in January, hopefully. We'll have to see what happens there. But Rome wasn't built in a day. I've heard people say this is exactly the same as last season. It's nothing like last season.
No.
Richard, just some sad news. Robin Smith has passed away in Australia.
That's it. Oh,
that's right.
Yeah.
The battle, yeah.
The battle, yeah. I played against him. I played against him. I played against, very good player at pace. I played against him in 1987 in Perth. He was playing for Netherlands, and I was playing for Wanneroo at the time. What a great player he was for England. Oh.
Is he on tour with him, or does he live over here?
I'm not sure. He's not on tour because he's not part of the coaching squad, unless he was on holiday or he's living over here. It's very sad. He was a great player.
Yeah.
Very sad. Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
One of my mates just said it to me.
Foggy, thank you for 29 months, mate. Appreciate that. Your continued support. Means a lot. Thank you, Foggy.
Thanks, Foggy.
With all due respect, Foden and Bernardo, your midfield, you will get bullied. I think Bernardo isn't lightweight as many think he is. don't know where.
Try getting the ball off him, mate. Try getting the ball off him.
Bernardo's the biggest shit house in our team, personally.
He's amazing, isn't he? He is amazing.
Leeds game, we got 3 points, and that's what counts. Scored more goals than any other team, second in the league, gap closed than Arsenal. And yeah, I get that, and I know that there are deficiencies and there are worries, but I think there's deficiencies and worries in every team at the moment. I think if you ask any team, even Arsenal fans got a little bit twitchy over their injuries at the moment.
And I think everyone forgets. Everyone forgets we've got a Ballon d'Or player in our squad who was the best midfielder in world football. He's coming back from injury and will be back.
I don't think he will.
And I think he will. He's got every person, medical expert, anything said, as he comes back, there's going to be 3 to 4 months where he's going to have hamstring injuries, calves. Everything has happened exactly like everyone said. And despite the fact that all the medical experts said this will happen, half the City fans I talk to think he's never going to play for us again. And I just, you know, it's part of coming back from a serious injury. Van Dijk took a season to get back to himself. And I think we're just, we're taking.
Sorry. Pep did say in that, I think before the Leeds game, he did say, obviously every interview they mentioned Rodri, and he did say he's going to miss 2 games, maybe more.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, well, they're not going to say. City have never given an accurate comeback from an injury for about 3 or 4 years. We don't. You know, we have players who we say have got next to nothing wrong with them. They're out for 2 months. Players who we think are going to be out for 8 months come back in 3. It's just, I think the club don't want opponents, coaches having any idea about, you know, who's going to be playing for us. That's
but
for
Rich,
us
at
to
the
know.
same time, you don't want to run Nico G into the ground as well at the same time, because Reinders needs to step up and help him out, and he's not. There's no one helping him in there.
Reinders doesn't do that, Governor. That's not
I want to see.
But someone's got to help him
Nico
in there.
G. I want to see Nico G 8 with Rodri 6.
He can improvise
in the games. You know, Rodri and Nico G wouldn't have got bullied in Newcastle. You know, they wouldn't have got bullied against Leeds. So if we've got games where we think there's going to be hard in the centre of the park, you know, Foden, Nico G, and Rodri, you know, 10-8-6.
Even the Spurs game, we got bullied.
That.
Couldn't believe it.
We weren't fit though. We weren't fit that game. We were just not as fit as our opponents, not close to as fit as our opponents.
And it's Tottenham, Gov. It's always Tottenham. I think Al's got a point in terms of consistency. We've got to improve this consistency. And how do you do it? You know?
Consistency. I've always said it. Yeah. Keep the same team.
Well, mate,
and just keep it.
I said about 6 shows ago that by December the 6th we'd be top of the table, and I'm not sure we're going to be top. But you got to say to yourself, if you're an Arsenal fan sitting there and Manchester City are second place behind you, and they're not playing well, and they're still sitting second, which we are.
That's right.
Arsenal have had a couple of results this season. They smashed Leeds at home. They smashed Tottenham. But apart from that, they're winning games by the odd goal. They're scoring 2 or they're scoring 1. 1-0 to the Arsenal, as the old saying goes. They're winning. They're not necessarily playing that great.
Yeah, they're very, very good at wrestling players to the ground.
Very good at wrestling and very good at holding on to a 1-0 win. Just like Arsenal.
No one's breaking away. I think it's a bit wide open this league this year.
Yeah.
No one's breaking away. Everyone's beating each other. You know.
Yeah, that's what's a bit frustrating, isn't it? Because ideally we'd be smashing it and everyone else would be chasing us because they're inconsistent. So it's going to be an interesting season, this one.
Can I go back to can I just go back to the Leverkusen game when Pep made that? Like, Pep's a genius, but he does have his bozo moments. To me, I think he did put these players on show and asked them to shine, and obviously they failed. Yeah. So I think Pep's got his answers in that game. I think he knows
who's going to step up, Matt.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I reckon he put them out there. Whether we don't know in the backroom things where people are whinging for minutes, and I think it was a wrong game to do it in. We need the points to go in the 8th. It was a wrong time to do this because we need the points, secure the points in the 8, and then do that somewhere, even in the league against Leeds or someone. Don't do it then. It was just a moment.
It was a
shocking moment.
Totally
Shocking.
fucked up by Pep.
And I think
Totally.
he got his answer.
Yeah.
It took, timing was all wrong, and I think he knows now. He put them out there, and they failed. And I think he knows who he's going to keep or who he'd like to get rid of. That's the hardest thing we keep going on about with Martin as well. It's getting rid of players before we get anyone in.
Well,
Do you know what I
the thing
mean?
to think about is when's he done it before? You know, he's given players a chance to step up in these certain games. And all right, the game at Leverkusen when you've got Real Madrid coming, maybe that's not the place to do it. But he's done it before. You know, he did it with Phillips. He had a bit of faith in Phillips in certain games. Phillips never stepped up. He had a bit of faith in Cole Palmer. And, you know, despite everything, Cole Palmer didn't show out for us, in my opinion anyway. And he's gone away. He's doing okay with his penalties and bits more. But don't know, mate. Don't know. I think he's testing his players out and he got some answers.
He must really not like Phillips because he couldn't even get in that P team. Like, wait for his money. You know what I mean?
I never dislike Phil. I never dislike players, but I'm happy that he didn't even get into that 11.
I mean, even work for your money. Give him a game, but I mean, he didn't even give me that.
He's seen enough. He's seen enough, I think.
Jesus, but he's paying. They're getting paid. What is it doing? In just putting him out to rot and paying him money. Keep paying him that money.
It reminds you a bit of Rodwell at Sunderland, doesn't it? You know, just sitting there, happy to train, but he's not going to get anywhere.
I couldn't believe he wasn't even in that side. Even on the bench and coming up. The B side, and he couldn't even get
he's getting 150 grand a week as well.
That's what I'm saying.
He could live on that. He could live on it.
5-year deal. 5-year deal.
Do you know what I mean? Play him a game when you play him.
But
Alan, is he happy?
He's not going to get played.
Alan?
Who knows?
He
can. I mean, the reality is, I don't know any City fans who didn't think that Phillips was a good deal. At the time.
Rich, do you want to? Sorry, do you want to reconsider your comment about we don't have the money fan base, please? Do you want to reconsider that?
No, I just said, have you ever watched some of the other channels?
Have you heard the last 20 minutes? I feel like we're in a relegation fight here.
It's an examination, Martin.
I feel like I feel like I'm in the bottom 3 here.
Yeah, Martin, I know that. We are second. I know that. But we're just picking things out of the games. Do you know what I mean?
Quarter-final League Cup, 9th in the Champions League, and we're starting the third after the FA Cup.
Do you know how, Martin, do you know how hot and humid it is?
We're on top of the league by 20 points. Close the club down.
It's so hot and humid for Governor. It'd be impossible.
Close it down quick.
Cheerful up there now.
Big up Foggy for the 10 memberships. Appreciate that, mate. Why is he here? I thought you were on your birthday.
I was. And I had to change of plans. And I'll keep
piss off. I'm going then. I'm disappearing then. I don't need to be here.
Happy birthday, Pat. All the best,
Thanks,
mate.
Happy birthday.
Happy 50th.
Hello, mate.
Yep. Thank you.
Big up.
Who's going to keep us in line, Martin?
Happy birthday. Are you pissed or not?
No. I
love you to bits, mate. Just remember, it is 11 a.m. here in the UK while you're throwing out FJFs left and right.
There's no need for effing and jeffing before that water.
It's 11 a.m., mate. Come on.
Listen, I'm doing only.
It's after dark here, Martin. After dark.
Just move that camera back up towards your head.
Is there enough room there for Dave, Alan?
Listen, I understand the concerns. I understand being worried. I'm in
Tassie. I'll gladly do an OnlyFans strip if you want. If you pay.
No, we really don't want that. We really don't want that.
Not cheap.
£100.
Listen,
OnlyFans strip.
Nice to know you value yourself high.
I understand people having some worries and concerns. I have worries and concerns, 100%. But I think because of last season and everything that went on, our concerns just seem a bit more rattled because of last season and everything else and the Leverkusen game. But at the end of the day, for me, yes, I still think we are where we are. I think the Madrid game is still an anomaly of a game. You get what you get out of that. I think as long as you beat Bodo Glimt and you beat Galatasaray at home, you should be through. And if we can't beat Bodo Glimt away and you can't beat Galatasaray at home, you don't deserve to be in the next round of the competition.
Fair point,
anyway.
Fair point.
So, to be fair, yeah, he did drop one, but everyone tends to drop one in this competition at some point. But we're still in a very good position. We get the win tonight, and then we beat Sunderland on Saturday, and then we're laughing again. And everyone will put this week behind him. I don't think the Leverkusen thing helps because it came off the back of Newcastle.
Yeah.
I don't believe that Newcastle we were poor. I think that's been blown out of proportion. I thought we were
a good game, that
Newcastle.
Chances we had.
That was a good game.
I said that could have been 4-0 to Newcastle or 4-0 to City that game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Great chance of a chance. I think many underestimated. I think there's this thing at the moment that with Manchester City, we should stuff Leeds at home, stuff this team at home, stuff that team here, stuff that. And I don't think the Premier League's like that anymore. I really don't. I think the Premier League is hard. And you see it now.
I think the refs are letting more things go this season than they have for many years. Like that Newcastle game, 2 or 3 years ago would have had 5 or 6 yellows in the first half of the game. And they you know, the refs are letting players get away with a bit more. I mean, it could have easily been a red on Saturday for the Leeds left back kicking out, not even a yellow. Phil Foden 2-footed in the box, nowhere near the ball. It's let go. You know, Jolinton and Tonali and Guimaraes all went in very hard on players.
One after the other. Yeah.
In a way, I kind of like that. So I'm not in a way complaining because I hated it when it got a bit too soft. But that goes back to Governor's point. If that's how football's going to be reffed, we need to be a bit harder at times.
Yeah, we'll be too lightweight. That's why we need them. It's going that way now. All these players are more physical and bigger players now. That's the way it's going, the game. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're going to strengthen in the middle. You know?
Kusanov, yeah.
Yeah, for tomorrow. That's who I'd like to see back.
So,
if he's fit, he's fast, he can tackle.
I don't think he'll play Kusanov. I think it'll be John Stones out of Kusanov.
Why do you think
that?
that?
I think he's talking it right back, aren't you, Macca?
He's not trusting him yet.
About Nunes.
Yeah. That's my question. That was my question to have a Kusanov or Nunes, which I think they both can handle Traore if he's playing.
Well, I think Nunes gives the attacking.
I think Kusanov is still. I think while Stones is here, I mean, you saw it on Saturday as well when we were bringing players on. Stones was the defender he brought on ahead of Kusanov to close the game out. I think John,
baby, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think people won't like this. I think that's the way he still sees Kusanov as a developing young lad who'll have a great Manchester City future. He'll have a great Manchester City career. I just think people have got to relax a little bit on Kusanov.
Yeah.
Bit patience.
He's like a slow burn development, isn't he? Yeah, real slow burn.
Yeah. But I'd be playing him at fullback years. I'd be playing at fullback for a year or two before I play him at centre back.
Well, it has come out now. They're not going to buy right back in January. That's now come out.
Well, that's his position then.
So we'll see what happens. Obviously, there's the news obviously on Semenyo, Elliot Anderson. We'll see what happens with that and development-wise.
Where's this come from about Anderson? Is it a definite?
About 4 or 5 different sources, Owen.
Yeah,
it's got a bit of a summer. It's got a bit of a summer buzz to it. Like it's got some.
But they are also
got some
looking
legs to
at.
it.
They won't pay 100 mil.
No.
Okay.
65 mil release clause, isn't it?
They don't rate him as that. They will look at a cheaper one. So I keep saying it. People hate this. And people think it's Pep and Abiana. It's a board thing. It's a Caldoon thing as well. They don't want, they don't feel comfortable going to those levels. And I've said this the other day, 5 Premier League clubs have spent 100 million. That's it. In 30 odd years, 5 clubs have spent 100 mil.
So is the club looking at Anderson then, or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're also looking at that name's cropped up again, Edison from Atalanta.
Okay.
Cropped up as a cheaper alternative.
He's a decent player.
So
I mean, I prefer Elliot
that?
Anderson because I think we're going to have a homegrown issue very soon.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Trafford and Jack Gordon's reported today that Ortega and Trafford both want to leave in Jan. I don't see both leaving in Jan.
Fair enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so we're gonna. So you can't see it because you're not going to have Bettinelli as your number 2, are you?
No, we'll only
unless
let
you
one
just
go.
go and get a cheap number 2 who's, I don't know, maybe they get creative and we get Ramsdale and send Trafford.
John Burridge. John Burridge hasn't got a club at the minute.
Big up Bevo for 5 for the gifted. I know Bevo, you
back.
By the way, great news
Richard
on
Wright.
Bevo. It was now giving all the toys out to their local hospitals, and all the children at all hospitals will be given a toy at Christmas. So big up Bevo for that. Thank you, mate. W's in the chat for Bevo.
Well done, Bevo.
Alan's opinions on Trafford news.
I don't blame him. I do not blame him whatsoever. Wanting to leave, he's been shafted, so it is what it is.
Well, I'd blame Trafford.
I must admit, I got told off for saying 10 times, but I'd question the sanity of us going for Anderson when Wharton's potentially available. I think he just, in terms of his possession, his vision, his passing, his all-round ability, he just looks different class to me. I mean, it's a bit like, if you could sign Paolo Maldini and you go and sign bloody Patrice Evra or something.
Yeah. Rich, is that more because you prefer one and out number 6, or because Anderson is more of an 8 than he is a 6? Is that just because you just want an out and out 6?
Well,
maybe because Rodri was a 6 that we converted into a 6/8.
I just think Wharton is
rather it that way than say be an 8 that we convert to a 6.
I'd rather play Nico Gonzalez, who's a better player than Anderson in that position, if we're going to play them at an 8, and sign Wharton, who's a better player than Anderson, as 6. Maybe it's not 10 times, and that was an exaggeration. Maybe it's only 9, but Wharton to me looks like he could be
just drop it
truly world-class midfielder. Yeah, I'm trying to be kind.
Do you know he's never scored a goal for Palace ever?
Yep, he doesn't need to.
He's only.
I still think we should go.
He's only 21
as
well.
He's playing as a 6. Yeah, he's not running into the box or doing anything
we're
like that.
We're not being critical.
I still think we need that physicality in the midfield, and I still think we should have Anderson before Wharton. I know what you're saying, Rich. I 100% agree with you, but it is a possible Rodri in the future. I want people now, physical now, like, and Anderson's the one. You know what I mean? He's not playing with the one.
Nico Gonzalez can do what Anderson does, and he's better. So play Wharton with Nico Gonzalez in front, and that's better than Nico Gonzalez with Elliott in front, because the 2 players are better. I think to me, Anderson to me is, and maybe it'll turn out wrong, but to me, it would be, I don't know, settling for second best out of impatience.
I've just got it in my head that it's a few games now we've been bullied in midfield, and I just think we should shore that up.
But that won't change till the summer anyway, Governor. They're not going to get Elliot Anderson in January.
Well, this is what I was going to jump onto, where I know we've got to get rid of players, but I've always gone on about we are going to be busy in January because of the World Cup. Like, we have to do these things early before the World Cup. Otherwise, if we end up getting players while they're in the World Cup, they're not going to play the start of the season anyway, because they're going to be on holiday. So you're going to miss them for the first month of the new season. So I think they're going to do the work early, myself. But the whole thing is getting these players out, isn't it? Before we've got to get players out before we can start thinking about getting anyone, haven't we? And
my money's on we'll sign one keeper, in January, and it'll be for about 5 million.
I think we'll be really busy. But I don't know, because of the World Cup, I think it's going to be, they'll get the business done early.
But we could
one thing's for certain: we're not. If we're going to be replacing keepers, we need to get a keeper in before they go out, because we don't want to be stuck in those last final days of the January window with just Donnarumma and Bettinelli. Business has to. I think that's the only difference when it comes to other players. I think they need to leave before anybody else comes in. But the goalkeeping situation, given their circumstances, I think we need a keeper in before Trafford or take leave.
Where's Trafford going to go? He can't go to Newcastle. He's going to be number 2 at Newcastle, isn't he? Where's he going to go?
Mm.
You know,
I mean, a loan's a loan. You could go anywhere for 6 months, but I think eventually in the long term, Gov, I think it would eventually go to Newcastle. Pope's getting old. Ramsdale isn't the same Ramsdale he was a few seasons ago. Sooner or later, they're going to have to go younger and more ambitious, and I think Trafford probably suits them better.
It looks like Ramsdale's going to start getting a run of games now because Pope's playing shit.
Yeah.
So,
and when he doesn't play, Krabby gets injured. So it might be good for them just have some competition. Yeah.
But at £5, do you think it makes sense for Donna to get a tactical yellow tonight? Play Trafford versus Sunderland while we have him, then the yellows reset for Donna. No, I wouldn't. I think Donnarumma, as Pep said in these press conferences, he's a grown man. He's got to learn to adapt. For me.
Actually, of all the fixtures coming up in December, probably the only match you probably would not maybe want Donnarumma suspended would be Palace away. Because after Palace, we play West Ham at home. And if there was a game that Donnarumma was probably going to miss, I'd say West Ham at home.
Mm.
It could be.
What? Doesn't it go into the League Cup as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
why not a yellow? Why not a yellow the game before Brentford? Because Trafford's going to play anyway.
Mm.
Seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If he can avoid it for the next 2 games or whatever, get a yellow.
Why do we want him to get a yellow? What are we going on about a yellow card for? What's this?
He's got 4
why do we
yellows.
want him to get?
He's got 4 already.
He's got 4 yellows already.
Yeah. So he's got to last till January the 1st without a yellow.
It does reset on January the 1st, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but if he's going to miss Brentford anyway because we're playing Trafford,
are you telling me he's not got any self-control to not get a yellow in the next 4 games?
Yeah.
Wow.
Alan with the response, understandably.
Some might say he gets a yellow card in the Forest game for holding the ball for 1 second over the allotted time. Some would think that could be a possibility. Some conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Yeah.
We can't mess
match
about.
It is if it's in the 90th minute and we're 2-1 up against somebody and he just decides to have a bit of a bicker, an excessive bicker with the referee.
Question here, Rodri, if he doesn't sign a new contract, sell was 70 to 80. Reinders 40 to 50 already. Jesus.
No.
That's beyond ruthless, that. Get Ederson and what, and maybe see you're not getting Valverde. You're not getting Valverde out of Madrid.
I'm absolutely. I reckon a lot of people need to go and wobble their heads. We watched City play for decades with lots of hard players who couldn't pass a ball, couldn't trap a bloody bag of cement, couldn't do anything. And now we've got decent players, and everyone wants to bring back Stuart Pearce City, or maybe it's
Gary Megson.
Yeah, you get Carl. I mean, it's
Jerry Cow.
I'd never thought I'd see the day that the City fans want the grass grown, want John Fashanu and
I'd love Valverde. I know we ain't getting Valverde.
No.
Speaking
of
Valverde's your FIFA.
We are not going to sell Reinders off for 6 months. That's not ruthless. That's
just crap. Yeah. Martin, I want to ask you a question.
Fucking he was shit.
Alan, do you think with the Rodri situation
for about 40 yards?
Yeah.
Martin, with the Rodri situation, are the club waiting on Rodri to sign his contract to see if he's fit? Are they hanging on the club, or what's going on there?
I think it's more him, innit?
It's
Him and his
Rodri all
agent.
the time.
Is it more Rodri or is it the club?
Rodri.
I thought it was a
Both.
club. Mutual understanding.
Well,
yeah.
Because he's not signing
I
his
would say
contract. We need to
Reinders.
know.
Calvin Phillips 2.0. Jesus Christ.
No, my goodness.
Rich, I'm telling you, you really do need to reconsider what you sent earlier on.
Martin, we've got to replay this one the day after the final game of the season.
Jesus.
Hey,
Yeah.
we
Back
need
in my
to.
day, you'll upset bells.
Have you noticed how Martin's
Clip
slowly
it.
been moving? The more miserable you are, you get put down the bottom of the screen. So you need to cheer up a bit, Macca. You got relegated below Pat. You know, so
Mate,
top,
Well, in
we've
that
got-
case, I'm
we've got
surprised Alan
happy
isn't
go
at the
lucky, we've
bottom
got
of
happy
bottom of an
fans.
upside down Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I know Kathy had a
thinking-
question earlier. Do people think the small pitch
Ooh.
at Fulham will affect our play, RE wingers?
We've always
Which
played well
then
at Craven
is
Cottage. I
followed
think
by-
we've enjoyed playing at the smaller pitch.
Well, JMC said, anyone want to see Sabinho start tonight?
Fuck off.
No, I think a small pitch. I'd like to see Foden and Cherky.
Yeah.
You know, I'd
Foden and
maybe like to
Cherky,
see
it's gotta
Foden.
happen.
Foden.
Yeah.
I'd maybe like to see Foden, Cherky, and Marmoush
It's
behind
got to happen.
Haaland. Because I think all of those three technically give Doku a rest. You know, he's played a lot of football. He's been really important to Belgium, so he's played a lot. Give him a rest. And then Marmoush on the left. Who cares about whether it's Cherky or Foden on the right and who's in the middle? And then, maybe if Bernardo's fit enough, I'd almost play him like the 8.
I agree, Rich. I reckon give Marmoush a few more games before he goes off to AFCON. Just give him a few games.
Yeah.
Give
And
Savio a
I
rest.
think a small pitch can help us as well, because a small pitch, it stops us getting the width in attack, but it also cuts down on the space that teams with fast players on the break can have against us. So it gives us a chance to be a bit more solid.
And we've
in the
always
middle.
played well at a place like Craven, Rich, as well, for that reason.
Yeah, I think we're good there. And the one player I think is a fantastic player, but maybe I'm biased at Fulham is Harry Wilson.
Yeah, you're very biased. Yeah,
I think he's a very good footballer.
Yeah.
Best left foot in the world after Messi.
I'm going to ask you all a question in a minute. Would anyone sell Rodra?
Not a bit. Not a
No,
bit.
it's not.
I'm not as
it's
scared to
an
do
option.
it now as I was, say, 12 months ago. Well, 6
All
months
right,
ago, maybe.
He doesn't.
He never hits the heights again.
The thing is with
What are you trying to
Rodri
say?
is if he can't get fit again, no one's going to want to pay anything for him. And if he's
It's a
fit
big
again,
question, isn't it?
he's the best midfielder in the world.
How
so
do you know
you're
he's
gonna
not
sell
already
him.
got? How do you know he's not already got somewhere sorted?
Well, that's what I was asking you before about the
There
contracts.
we go.
He might. He might want to go back to Spain and do it in Spain.
Because
He
the
might
club
think
no.
he might think his knee's so bad he wants to go to Saudi for 2 years and earn $1 million a week and retire because he knows he's not going to
Just
play
a
at top level
wasted
again.
talent now, Rich, isn't it? Wasted
I
talent.
don't know why. I don't know why. I've not heard anything, but I've just got a feeling Madrid are in his head.
Like, it was going to happen eventually. Yeah.
Well, if
I've got
it
a
is, that's
feeling
why I'm.
Madrid's in his head.
But if that's the case, you get what we can for him.
Yeah,
Is this the club that snubbed him? Snubbed him.
Do you know what?
Came to his awards.
He would, if he signed for Barcelona or Atletico, I'd respect him. If he went to Real Madrid after the way that club behaved to him,
Exactly that, mate.
then
Oh, do you know? But Rich, you've got to stop thinking this. That footballers act like fans. They're not fans.
No, it's got nothing to do with being fans. It's to do with being human. If an institution,
Look at the way they're treating Haaland. You don't think Real Madrid would sign Haaland tomorrow?
No, I'm not saying Real Madrid wouldn't. No, I'm not saying Real Madrid wouldn't sign Rodri. I'm saying if he, cuckolded himself by going to Real Madrid after the way the whole club, every player behaved towards him, then he isn't the man, he isn't the character, and he isn't the human being that I think he is. Because that, honestly, him signing for them would be like Tommy Robinson becoming Home Secretary for Keir Starmer. I mean, it's just wrong. And
don't rule it out, mate. Don't rule either of those things out, unfortunately.
I just think if he's not signed it by the summer,
yeah, I agree, Martin.
Do you think we've still got it in front of him though? If until he's fit and playing, I don't know that City would want him to sign it.
That's why I think it's a club, not Rodri.
No, I'm thinking from a Viana point of view, they're not going to want him to go on a free transfer.
No,
a bit.
With you saying Real Madrid, Martin, I know we don't do it anymore, but a player swap, Vinny Junior, where we don't like anyway.
He's not
going to renew.
Clubhouse cancer.
And he said he's never going to play for Alonso. He don't want to play for him. So
I wouldn't have Vinny Junior if
I wouldn't either. But the options that are there, innit?
I'd rather have nobody than Vinny Junior.
Well, mate, for me, as long as Rodri's fit for our title running this May, mark my words.
Rich is right about Rodri going Madrid. I've just got a feeling. I don't know why. What if Rodri wants to live back in Madrid? Didn't
we sign him from Atletico? Didn't we sign him from
he's got the rest of his life. He knows he can go, he's going to be
anywhere.
He's already set for life. So he can go back at 33 and live anywhere in the world. In fact, he can have a house in Madrid, a house in Abersoch. He can have it all when he's retired. So
why would he want to leave Cheshire? No one wants to leave Cheshire.
Yeah, where does he live?
Got to live in Dunham.
Come on, let's just go on Doc's players.
Hey,
he loves the weather.
He loves the weather.
Camavinga, I'd rather have Camavinga. Yeah,
not like Garcia.
You'd have Camavinga if you sent Rodri the other way. That's for sure.
It's so left field. I mean, you might have a point, Martin, but I know you're saying, Rich, but you don't know what's in his head. But I reckon it's the club, me. I reckon they're holding on to it to see if he does pull through. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
And if he
does,
the
only difference too, guys, is like they say with a lot of players.
They don't want Vinny Junior.
No, I know. I don't want him either. I just put it out.
No.
I don't.
How would Alan feel about a Foden, Anderson, Water midfield Brexit FC?
We've got to get rid of people.
Anderson does sound a little bit Scandinavian, though. Could be a bit foreign.
Well, there's only one S.
I'd like all 11 players to be English.
He's homegrown. Both are really.
Oh God!
Rodri swap deal for him.
Camavinga.
All right. I won't be selling. I won't be selling. Rodri wants to join Madrid or Barca. Yeah. By the way, can we stop saying Martin's got a bad record away? Jesus Christ!
But you do though.
You have.
I really don't though.
You do.
Martin's got no worse a record than many Manchester City fans I know.
Yeah.
They won the last one he went away, didn't they?
At least I'm getting in my car and bugging driving down there, sunshine. What are you doing lying in your bed there?
Oh, he's biting. He's throwing.
What are you doing lying in your bed there, sunshine?
He's making good money, Martin. He's making good money.
He's waiting for his first customer.
Oh dear. When's that, Martin? How long is that going to take you into West London in the car?
I'm leaving here about 12:30, so 4-5 hours.
Okay. Yeah. Some happy memories of Craven Cottage and some
So there will be a space on the way back tonight to keep me awake.
It seems to be
Valverde, who mentioned Tommy Yaxley. Tommy Yaxley, Lennon, Robin. What?
That's his name,
no
politics. Come on.
Back, Martin.
Yeah.
But boys, like we're talking about negativity or not, is anyone worried about going to Fulham today?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually confident tonight.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's like we haven't lost to them in the league since 2009, and yet we always look at it like, potential bananas.
Yeah.
I think we look at every game like that at the minute.
I always look at Fulham as 3 points.
Well, yeah, that's what I think. We shouldn't jinx it, but we've got Sunderland next. Anyone worried about that? They're on form.
I'm confident in every game. It's just what team what Pep puts out. That's what I'm always looking at.
By the way,
not the game.
People watching, can we smash those likes, please? We're not even at 50 likes. Come on.
Last time I worried about Fulham, we went down there and played 3 Georgians.
Oh my God! And we were 3-0 down in the first half, was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a bad day, mate.
Jesus.
And one of them got injured. I don't know if he ever played again, did he?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Fulham got a very good result away at Tottenham the other day. 2-1 win. Seems everyone's all beating Tottenham at the moment. Tottenham seems to just fallen off a cliff for some weird reason. But you are right. They're beating Sunderland at home. They beat Wolves at home. They beat
Brentford. They beat at home.
I think they've only had 2 losses at home all season.
Yeah, lost to Arsenal.
Cambridge they beat, Brentford they beat, and Leeds they beat. So they've not beaten any top team at home.
Arsenal, though, I watched the Arsenal game, and even though the press wrote it as if it was really one-sided, Fulham had 7-8 chances against Arsenal. They just, Arsenal did well. They just deflected them, or Fulham kind of bottled it a little bit because they don't really have out-and-out goal scorers and put it wide. Arsenal got a bit of it was a scruffy goal, if I remember, and didn't create that much. So they weren't that far off Arsenal when they played.
Exactly, mate. And what's the difference? It's finishers. We got the greatest finisher in the Premier League at the moment. Just needs to get that little extra touch, and he's in
for his century.
I think he'll play Traore tonight because he didn't play him at Tottenham.
That's what I'm saying about the fullback. Yeah. But I think Nunes and Cole, whoever he plays, they can both handle him, I reckon.
Well, against Tottenham, he lined up Leno, Tete, Anderson, Bassis, Sassignon, Berg, Iwobi, Wilson, King, Chuck Weezer, and Jimenez. So they weren't exactly
that Bassi as well. That Bassi's a bit of a bully as well, isn't he?
I think it also helps too. I think it also helps too playing a club midweek that isn't familiar with playing midweek as well. Now, I think that is more of a factor when you play teams, say, late in the season, when they're backing up after 3 days. They're not familiar with it, and usually by the end of the season, the legs are a lot different. But I still think that when you get to this period of season, if you're playing teams midweek, or there's only 3 or 4 days in between, you're probably a little bit more of a disadvantage, probably at a bit more of an advantage than you would be if you were a club that wasn't familiar with playing midweek, week in, week out.
Fair enough.
Right, Alan, you go, mate.
What's your prediction, Alan? What's your prediction?
One each.
Oh,
there's a reason why you're at the bottom of the table.
And he is actually, he's rock bottom of the table.
He's Wolves, mate. He's Wolves of the bloody.
I'll show you the table. There you go. Look at that. Alan is rock bottom.
Wow.
Rock
one each.
Bottom.
One each on a 3-0.
What's going on?
One each on a 3-0 defeat.
That's why Alan is bottom by 5 points, because he hasn't got a clue on predictions.
Yep.
Alan, Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah.
Well,
see you guys. I'll speak to you soon.
See you, Alan. I'm going to go.
See you.
I'm going to go happy clapper 4-1 to us.
Nice.
I'm going to go 3 again, and I think Haaland will get his 100.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing.
If he gets his 100, I think he'll get his 101st as well tonight.
And probably his 102nd. If he scores, I reckon he'll get his smile back. I don't know. There's a little bit of me that thought maybe getting that 100th goal at Newcastle got in his head a little bit, Alan Shearer, that's been what he's the last 2 games he's been a bit bothered about it. So we need to set him up, give him one on a plate early, and then he'll get his smile back and he'll get firing again.
Martin, do you know how far Sangare kid is away from being? They're going to look at him going on loan. It's too good for the first team. Too good for the EDS, so they may look at a loan.
Okay.
I think it'll depend where we are with Semenyo in Jan as well. I know there's reports this morning that many clubs have now pulled out. There's one journalist said he wants Liverpool over City, so we'll see on that.
He's obviously never been there.
Is Semenyo in the AFCON, or are they not in it? Is he?
No,
who did he?
Well, I don't know.
What's his country?
Ghana, I believe. Is it Ghana?
Yeah.
I don't know what his country is.
I thought it was Ghana.
I think he is in it.
Okay. All right. Hopefully, Cherky plays tonight. He's got to feed Rodri. Positive. Got to play.
Feed Haaland. If he's
Howard
feeding
starting.
Rodri, he'll be feeding Rodri on the bench. Crisps. What's it?
That's what.
Got it. Let's start playing him.
Break out the curly whirlies again.
Here we go.
This is the run now we get. This is the big run now with consistency. Keep the same team. Just tweak it when you've got to tweak it. Stability, the key.
I'm just looking at the outcome now. Sunderland are going to lose 4 to 7 players. So they're going to lose Wolves 4 to 5. Palace are going to lose 4 potentially. Forest 4. United.
Easy.
Yeah. And we play Sunderland away just before the new year too. So that's a really convenient fixture for a lot of absentees for us. That benefits us big time.
Fulham got away with it because Nigeria didn't qualify, did they?
For the AFCON or for the World Cup? No, I thought it was the World Cup.
Oh, was it the World Cup?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was.
Sunderland on the 2nd, I think, Pat. Is it 2nd or New Year's Day?
It's right around New Year. I just can't remember if it's at this. Wait, no, because I'm pretty sure we played Chelsea, I think, on the 4th. So I think Sunderland is the last game.
They have to go on the 15th, don't they? The AFCON players go. I think it's the 15th they go of December. So it's quite soon.
It sounds about right.
Yeah.
Did you play for Ghana?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, he's not going then. No, they didn't qualify, so he's not going.
Yeah.
Would you play Omar over Doku tonight? There you go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I would.
Omar, Foden, and Cherky.
First half.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah.
Why not?
Stones has to start for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we said that.
I think again, the small pitch like that, you want someone who, can play in the space as well. And as that extra body in the midfield, and Stones would be perfectly suited for a game like this.
Yeah,
Stones is perfectly suited for any game.
Yeah, he is.
We know that.
Rich, you need to get over the John Stones love is going. It's not going to be happening.
Not happening.
Are you going to cry when Stones leaves?
No, I'll be there building his. They're going to. I've heard they're going to build like
building
an
his
angel
what?
of the North.
What are you building for him?
The John Stones North then.
An angel of the North for Manchester.
Yeah,
it's going to be twice as big as the one in the northeast.
It'll be John Stones in a cagoule.
His arms aloft.
No, it's going to be just a cagoule.
Just like that one. So that one on my flag, it'll be like that with his arms out wearing a cagoule.
And then there'll be a little statue of the other Johnny Stones cocking his leg on the bottom.
Little Johnny. There'll be no statue, just a carving of a cagoule zipped up right to the top.
Yeah.
Have you seen the teams who've got no reps at AFCON? Newcastle, because I don't think Biss is going. Arsenal, Chelsea, and Leeds. 0 according to us.
And Wiss has not been playing anyway, has he?
He's been injured, hasn't
he? Been injured.
United have been trying to get some of their players to go, even though they don't qualify for the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, Harry Maguire trying to, claim his grandmother was from Gabon.
Stone's contract expires summer 26. He's free to sign for anyone outside of England come January, Rich.
I just think John Stones is in a position in the club where he can just sign year after year. If he feels his body and his heart is still in it, he can just sign year after year. Similar to what Fernandinho did for his last couple of years.
You know where Stones would be good? Germany.
Bayern Munich. He'll win the Champions League. He'll lift the Champions League for Bayern Munich.
I reckon he'd be good at Germany.
I reckon Vinny would be the perfect manager for him. I reckon he'd be great for Bayern.
That's right.
And I think if they got him for free, it would be the signing of the summer.
Yeah.
Very
as
underrated.
As long as he told Elise that Manchester's bloody great, even though Elise lived there previously, you know, that would be he'd do his job.
And then he can come to the A League and play at Melbourne City until he's 40.
No, he can come and play in Sydney.
Well, he's lived in Manchester.
Why would he be?
Where would you have him at the Wanderers? You'd have him at the you got to have him at the Wanderers.
Why are we kicking off at 7 tonight? Does anyone know why we're kicking off at 7?
I'm glad you mentioned that because I just set my alarm for 7:45, so I might have to just.
Don't do that, Rich. You'll miss the 15, mate. Don't do that.
Yeah, I better change my alarm.
Does anyone in the chat know why we're kicking off at 7:30? I just find it.
It's kind of similar to like a cup match, like a round of fixtures in a cup. Like there's always a couple that start first, and then there's always like a quote unquote prime time slot that's always the last one, and that's Newcastle and Spurs. They kick off at 8:15 your time.
They
do the same thing in the Carabao. There's always like 2 or 3 matches that are on like the first ones to go, and there's always like a prime time-ish one that always kicks off like half an hour, 45 minutes later.
Yeah, Bournemouth Everton are 7:30. We're 7:30, and then Newcastle, Tottenham, quarter past
8, I think, your time.
Yeah. And then tomorrow, everyone's at 7:30 by the Leeds-Liverpool game.
Oh,
I mean,
Leeds and Chelsea, Liverpool, Sunderland,
I'm sure part of it is, just this time of year, how dark it is, cold getting home. It's,
you're not going to get home any quicker, Martin, anyway.
Anyway, I'll just give you some. These are the last few results when we played at Craven Cottage. We obviously won 2-0 there last season, last game. 4-0, we won there the year before. 2-1 the year before that. 3-0 the year before that. 2-0 the year before that. Where are we at now? 4-2 the year before that. 2-1. 4-1. So the last time we dropped points was 2011, 2-2.
Come on.
Oh, that's right. 2011, last time we dropped points. That was when I think we'd started it was the 93-20 season. I remember I think we won every game up until we played Fulham, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we really
tend to give him a bit of a kick.
Psychologically, we need to win the game because then we're only a couple of points behind Arsenal and they've got Villa.
Come on, Villa.
They've got Brentford. They've got Brentford tomorrow. That's not going to be. That's not going to be easy either.
Especially just put the pressure on.
They're talking about Saliba and Gabriel being out for both being out for that match.
Martin, the club can't keep putting out transfers. It's what's caused down to prices, I presume. Rich doesn't like Stones that much. He's sending him to play alongside Upamecano.
No, he'll get someone else. They'll get Gray on a free. At least they'll talk him into it, and then
it's Amazon. So is it on TV tonight as well?
Well, it is here.
Yeah. It is here. Every game on here.
I am sorry for the Blues down under.
Always.
It is. No, we just keep it simple. We don't worry about these
every game.
I mean, you can't say anything, Martin, anyway, because you have to deal with a bloody TV license, which is just absolutely for an Australian is just something we do not understand.
No, because unlike you, I actually get in the car and go to games, mate. Anyway,
that's great. That's great. But I get on a plane and go to games too.
Yeah, I used to go home and away.
You sit there, you 50-year-old, and be quiet. You sit there and enjoy your 50th.
Well, mate, have safe travels there, mate.
Would you swap Reece James for Stones? What is that to give the medical staff something to do still?
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if we had both? Yeah, the overtime they'd be on, be incredible.
After the game he had against Arsenal, I'd put.
No, he's not 50K. He's not really. He had a bloody hard paper round if he was 50.
Actually, that's a really good discussion. What is
No. He had a really easy paper round of his
injured 11? What's your all-time injured 11?
Injured
for funny injuries or really sad injuries?
It can be everything from ones who are just made of biscuits to bad luck to, like you said, funny injuries.
Cheers,
like,
I think
there is such a thing as a funny injury. Yeah,
first
the
one,
saddest
Paul,
one
like,
was Michael Johnson, because he was he was going to be such a good player.
What a player!
He had stomach troubles, didn't he?
To be honest with you, you could actually put Stones and Vinny at the back, because Vinny just had awful run of injuries there for a while.
Yeah, I think Vinny actually missed more games than Stones per season on average.
Yeah.
So.
There is a poll
definitely got to put Jack
Rodwell
Rodwell in. Jack Rodwell, 100% got to be in.
And Paul Lake as well.
Just to let everyone know, there is a poll in the chat of what you think the result is. So far, City win is 79%, a Fulham win is 6%, and a draw is 15%.
The best one was, do you remember the funniest City injury? Do you remember Scottish defender Paul Ritchie?
Can't put Rodri in that team now.
Paul Ritchie, right, had injuries that supposedly stemmed from grinding his teeth in his sleep, and that was causing tension in his upper body that caused back injuries. And he ended up having to have his car specially fitted with a special seat, and he had special mouth guards to wear at night to stop him getting injured. Now that's a City injured 11.
What about Valery Bojinov?
Oh, Bojinov.
Oh, do you know definitely has to be in
Ben
goal?
Mender.
No, do you know definitely has to be in goal? Bert Troutman.
Now that was some injury.
It has to be. No, it has to be.
Or Nicky
injured.
Is a hangover an injury?
Well, so that's
basically
everybody,
all players from the 80s and 90s,
yeah. Does Nicky Weaver count because he was
anyone who played on the Joe Royal man?
So like the Boozers 11, yeah. So Richard Dunn.
No one's beating Tony Coleman on that one.
Nicky Summerby, King Cladza, bloody hell!
Richard Dunn at the back.
Oh, Nicky and Kinky, the injury with the racing Ferraris. Now that is an injury.
Oh, yeah.
They did like a night.
Sergio had like international break, wasn't playing. Then he went to him and a mate went to Amsterdam or something and got involved in a high speed crash or something. Remember that?
Santa Cruz.
Yeah, that's right.
Who was the player? And I don't think it was City who caught a glass jar, or was it City who caught a jam jar? They're in the kitchen. They knocked a jam jar out of
his foot.
Yeah,
and they put their foot out to catch it, and it, to trap it, and it cut tendons in the foot, and they.
That's a good one, Mickey Richards. If you remember, Mickey Richards' is right knee. Yeah. He was at Aston Villa. He was on the books for 3 years and never played because of his knee.
That's right. True. Oh, he tells a good story about his contract, though, doesn't he?
No, yeah. Can you believe he turned down 50k a week? I turned down 50k a week.
It was 100k a week for 5 years, man.
And he ended up on.
That was 50k. Was it 100k?
100k. He says it was 100k a week.
Ended up on a quarter of that, didn't he?
Yeah, but he does say it's his biggest regret. That. So, what was your biggest regret? He said leaving City.
Yeah,
I think Governor got the saddest one, and also probably the most impactful through the 90s, and that was Lakey. Such a sad injury. It's so long for him to actually try and get back, and just couldn't do it.
The potential, the potential of that player. Yeah.
Potential England captain, according to Kendall.
Glyn Pardo.
No, that's right.
Colin Bell.
We'll do that in the international break in March. 11.
Yeah.
I mean,
we might have 115 back out then as captain. Might have 115 back.
Maybe.
Do you know what?
Maybe.
Hey, Martin, I thought of today. I thought of it today. I thought, I wonder if they'll do it on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's a good one.
How bad would that be?
You won't do Christmas Day.
Depends what the outcome was.
Like
the best Christmas present ever.
Yeah.
Like no one knows. Like I was just thinking
Actually,
over the Christmas period.
You know what?
And Will Martin do a 24-hour stream.
It would be the worst case scenario because I'll be in Melbourne on Boxing Day. So if it was released on Christmas Day, I'd be in Melbourne, which means I'd be in the same city as Alan. And imagine it wasn't a good outcome.
So you're going to go out and watch him you're going to go out and watch him get 115 tattooed on his ass.
Yeah, straight in the Imperial.
Sounds like a wonderful trip. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't know who said Dunny in the injured 11, though. Dunny played like 40. He averaged about 40 games a season for City. He went year after year not getting injured.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of you, Martin, because if you do a 24-hour stream and it comes out over the Christmas period, I was just thinking of you, mate. But, you know.
Where can they bury where can the Premier League bury their bad news, eh?
Yeah, we're going to stick their heads in the sand.
I'm glad you said bad news and not something else.
Well, regardless of whether 115 gets released anyway, Martin, I suppose, it's that time of year where you'll probably want to do a bit of a Christmas trivia or something, or we'll have a trivia show, or because I don't think we've had one of those for a while. So, what do you think?
I mean, even that Stefan Bourson says they've got it, and you don't understand why it's not coming out. They seem to know, but
wasn't there a change in some people were leaving the positions in the panel and they were recruiting people, or there was a shuffle
people
around
on holiday and things like that.
Some like that, yeah.
One of the papers claimed it was being held back because they want to renew the next 3 years of the chair of the Premier League.
They've run out of paper in that photocopy.
It's just a nonsense. It's taking so long because the Premier League wanted to charge with about 15 million documents of evidence. There's probably going to be 800-900 pages. They know it's the most watched thing ever. So every single person is going to be double checking every paragraph. There's going to be 10 paragraphs on a page, 800 pages, and then they're going to want people to read through every bit of it. And it's, an impossibly long judgment. And, it's the Premier League's fault for trying to aim at everything. And, it's going to cost them tens and tens and tens of millions. Yeah. And,
I mean, the rumour is that the Premier League's forgotten actually what they charged us with, and no one wrote it down in the first place. I mean, that's just the rumour I'm starting.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Shouldn't use the language I'm thinking about at this time in the morning, but they are, aren't they?
That's why they haven't chatted to Richard Masters in a bit, because he's like, what are we here for?
There will be a space after the game with some treble on. Let's be honest, we don't actually have anything, hence why they're just delaying it. Anderson, his favourite player in the last 6-8 years is KDB. Premier League can't afford to challenge City as City have deep pockets.
Oh, yeah. Could be.
Well, I think the Premier League have deep pockets. The problem is they've got short,
Pat,
they've got short arms.
Can I leave you in charge now and I disappear?
Yeah, that's fine, mate. Yeah.
Have a great day, mate.
I've got a long journey ahead of me. I don't know if you don't know, but
safe travels, mine.
Mate, us Aussies never.
See you all soon.
5 hours is next door for us Aussies.
Yeah, thanks for the weekly shot.
I'll be back tomorrow with the Stateside Blues. We'll do the post-match to Fulham, and then we'll do a space tonight on the way back. Big up, Paul. Smash those likes.
Oh, good, mate. Take care, mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, look, we'll get to wrapping up shortly anyway, but yeah, guys. I'm going to say I've been a bit off not watching football, but just sort of life gets in the way and that sort of thing. But I did watch a replay of the Leeds game, and I've got to say, good thing I turned it off after half time, because that was all that was worth watching.
Yeah, I don't know what he said at half time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shocker.
Pat, we've got Forest coming up as well, haven't we? Which is a Australia friendly time.
Saturday 27th. So yeah, the Saturday day after Boxing Day, and it is disco. It is disco 11:30. Yeah. So should be good for that. I did say we are trying to plan on doing maybe a little bit of a belated Christmas party that night as well too. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, but yeah, I'll chat to everybody. I also wanted to try and maybe even do a little charity drive for the MCFC food bank before I go over in January. So these are things that are in the pipeline, and we'll see how we go with everything anyway. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
I don't have a Christmas party. I get too giddy.
Tell you what, last year's one was a bit more low key in that, but it was good fun at Ichiro's. That's such a good place. I really enjoyed going there. Yeah, but I don't know.
I think we all cheers a night out, though, don't we? I think.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you, mate. Absolutely, they look after us so well. Yeah. No, I don't know. What was I going to say?
I was just going to say,
Macca, I was thinking Balgala RSL, but anyway.
Mate, that actually, if we can get everyone to agree to that, I'll have that one.
What time are they open till?
Who cares, mate? It's only 5 minutes from home.
We keep them open, mate. Staines open till 3.
Yeah,
the Hoe.
Yeah,
that's open till 3 as well.
Mate.
Yeah, I suppose they'll have the broadcasting now, considering that's usually the hub for all the rugby, and the broadcast is the same anyway. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Cheers was saying that was a record week for them, the Oasis week. A record week taking ever. You can imagine, eh?
You know the best thing in Cheers, Macca, is that a Guinness is about 60% of the price it is in Manly.
Absolutely, mate. You can't beat it, can you?
I'm sorry, guys. The best Guinness still this side of the bridge is at 4 doors down, which is the what's called 4 doors down. But it's the one. It's the little substitute bar that they have while the Mercantile's been redone up in the rocks.
Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah. I mean,
it is.
That Mercantile's supposed to be
such a good Guinness. Yeah.
The Merc was supposed to be open at the end of November. I wonder if it's anywhere near.
I think they were trying to get it open before St. Pat's Day next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Which makes sense. You couldn't think of a better day of the year to have it ready for. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
I better book that day off then.
JMC coming over in January. Yes, JMC FC. I'm meant to be coming over for the FA Cup round, so I'm just waiting for the draw to come out next week, and then I'll start making my plans. So I'm hoping for a League 2 side or something, because I either want a really quirky away day or I want to get discounts to the Tunnel Club just so I can rub it in Alan's face.
The Tunnel Club.
No, you don't get there.
Come on, this trip's my 40th birthday to myself. I just want to treat myself to a tunnel. Just one and done. Just one and done in the Tunnel Club. I've never done it before.
Yeah, good on you, bro. Go for it, mate.
Yeah. Nah. If it like corporate is, it ruins football.
No, look, I get what you're saying, but I just want the one and done experience. It's like when I went to Old Trafford. Like, I didn't want to go, but I went just to say that I've been there.
I'll go
you
as a neutral.
It once.
You got to experience everything once in life, So,
well, I hope you wiped your feet on the way out of Old Trafford, Patrick.
Oh, mate, that's not as funny as what's his name? What's his name? Whizzer. Oh, mate, Whizzer from Didsbury. Who, if you remember, Rich remembers Danny Barrett, who we used to, from old school days, we used to do the Early Burt podcast with, and he was telling me about his mate Whizzer from the Didsbury Blues, and I've good friend Whizzer. Actually, he does pop in from time to time in the comments on the videos. He was telling me about a story about how every season when they used to travel to the swamp, he would go past this local shop on the way out to Stratford, and they used to sell those cheap little sort of canvas slip-on shoes like Ravens, used to buy down at Chinatown, and he used to buy a pair of them every time he was on his way to the ground. And he'd leave he'd take his normal shoes and he'd put them in like a backpack, or he'd just carry them on him or something like that. And he'd put them on and he'd walk into Old Trafford, go to the match, and as soon as the match was over, he'd walk out the ground, take those shoes, and then throw them in the bin, and then put his regular shoes back on. Because he thought his everyday shoes were not worthy of walking in that, as he said, worthy of sitting in that shithole.
That's good.
Wizard, I should message Wizard, by the way, too. I haven't heard from him for a bit. I just hope he's doing well. If you're out there, Wizard, mate, all the best, mate. We hope you're doing well. But yeah, mate, some great stories you've shared with me over time, mate. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to go to bed soon, as I'm now getting up half an hour earlier for City.
So what time's kick off tomorrow? Is that 6:30 a.m.?
It's 6:30 for us. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
while we're all going to head off and hit us.
I was just going to mention that you notice on the VB cans they've done a special edition, and they've put all the cricket rules on the cans.
Yep.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. They basically
special
put a
edition.
different. Each can has a different rule on it.
That's
They got the
right.
adverts with-
VB,
with
for
Merv
those who are
Hughes,
not familiar with Australia, Victoria's VBs for Victoria Beer are probably our most well-known mainstream Australian beer. And they always do these really good promotional stuff for cricket tours, particularly Ashes. You remember, like, I think it was the 06-07 Ashes, they did that thing where you get like the little David Boone things, and they used to talk.
That's
and
right.
I remember I used to have it, and I think I destroyed the bloody thing.
And the Warney one
fell apart. Yeah, they got a thing of Shane Warne and stuff like that, and they do a lot of this good stuff, but just more because I know a lot of English is still wound up by the whole Johnny Bairstow run out and all that sort of stuff. That's why they decided to do this rules of cricket and everything. Yeah, I thought it was classic killer marketing. Yeah.
It's not a bad beer in a world of all these stupidly annoying craft beers everywhere, like mango, cloudy, smoothie, pale ale, and all that nonsense. VB's a nice, crisp. It's perfect.
I'm going to say something so stereotypical Aussie, but I prefer Foster's over VB.
Oh no, I don't mind VB.
I prefer Foster's. And I don't know why, but the Fosters you get over in the UK tastes even better than the one you get here.
Yeah.
Give me a good English beer like Stella Artois.
But always got me, you get VB, and they call it bitter, and it's a lager. It's not a bitter, is it?
Governor's there. Governor's coming on this. Governor's just thinking, I wish I was in green old Whitley land where beers are cold and hearts are warm.
I love my Boddington's.
The
Stream of Manchester.
Yeah.
Boddington's, yes, please. Green or Whitley's, no, thank you very much.
Yeah, can't go wrong with the bodies, that's for sure. Yeah, Boddington's is
the best advert ever, though. That green.
Well, Pat, if you're over,
stuck in my head for 45 years.
Boddington's on tap is still in Town Hall Tavern in Manchester. There, Patrick. If you
okay. I'm sure I've stopped in there before, so I'll have to check it out again. Yeah.
Not too bad.
There's not many bass houses around now. It used to always be poured in bass houses, didn't it?
I think your best chance these days of getting Boddington's is about a 6-pack at the Tesco's or something.
You don't see that around.
Which is not bad. It's not bad, but it's just not the same as having it out the tap. Yeah.
Bass Triangle.
Pint of Bass. Yeah, Bass. It was a nice pub down when I lived in Coventry. Actually, not that far from Highfield Road. I had the best Bass in Coventry.
Which one was that?
Oh, it was it was probably about a mile away. It was in Ilson. What's it called? The Royal. The Royal, probably the Royal Lake. It was the Royal something, but usually the Royal Lake. Had a really nice pint of Bass. Actually, it'll be a good away day next season if I was going to go back for an away game. Coventry
away. Yeah.
If I hope they go up. I really
that seems like the one that most fans are waiting in the wings for. That'll be the
Lampard. Yeah. A lot of great memories down there and some terrible ones.
They can't throw it away, are they? They're like 10 points in front, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't throw it away.
Yeah.
You know, need another.
James saying maybe Brighton before the FA Cup. Maybe Brighton. But that's it for now.
All right, boys. Well, I'm going to bid you a fond farewell.
No, that's all right, mate. We're going to wrap it up now anyway. But big up for everybody. I was happy to jump on this show. I know I jumped on a bit late, but just it's been a busy couple of days around my birthday, and looking forward to a nice few days off anyway. But big up everybody. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. It means a lot, obviously. But guys, we're here for City, and all that matters tomorrow is just getting those 3 points against Fulham. And I think this could be a really important December, really important month for this league title. I think there's a lot of games we can get up there and actually put a lot of pressure on Arsenal, and I'm really excited to see what happens. I don't think we should worry too much about what we're doing. I think never mind the inconsistencies we have. I think everybody in the Premier League has some inconsistencies. Just becomes a case of if we're within striking distance, when we know we turn into the completely different animal that we are once we get to a new year. So, guys, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to Fulham tomorrow. As you know, the record there suggests that we're good. We're good enough to get a result there. And all I can say is bring them on, bring on the rest of December, and hopefully we can really put some pressure on Arsenal for this league title.
Patrick.
Come on, City.
So with that, guys, thanks to everybody. We'll see you in the coming days anyway. Let's hope for a big win against Fulham anyway. And always and forever, up the Blues. Go on,
Take care, lad. Let's go.
Come on.